So welcome to 1010 Light Codes session. We decided to do the light codes today instead of Monday, being 1010, so that we could capture those energies and receive those activations through the light codes. So I want to share with you the visions that I had that bring the messages through that I receive, and the group also that are in doing the session live also receive messages. So we sort of get like a bunch of messages that we share with each other, bringing insight to what we are being offered with each time the light codes come through. So today, the first, interestingly, normally I get visions immediately that I go in, and I know where I'm at. So I know I'm looking at the auric field when I'm receiving the light code, so I'm able to interpret the messages from where the visions come within the auric field. And so this time we didn't receive a directional message, which we normally do at the beginning. We went straight into the path, the soul's path. And the vision that was shown to me on the soul's path this week was a big letter A. Now, the big letter A has been coming through for me as a symbol of ascension for, over 20 years. So this is like asking us that our path really is the ascension, and we must focus on the ascension. Everything is about the ascension. Everything that's happening in your life right now, give thanks, because it's part of your ascension. It's a gift. It doesn't matter if it feels like it's a great challenge and it's really hard to get through, or if it's something really wonderful and beautiful. All of it is a gift of the ascension, helping you to rise higher. And as we had come into a space of bringing the divine masculine and the divine feminine, or the divine father, divine mother energies into our heart, which brings us into that place of being, of self-realization, I saw a being with a like this arc shape above their head, and inside the arc shape, so it was there was some kind of a symbol, and I couldn't make out the symbol, but what I saw were parts of to make up this symbol. So I really feel that this is not about a particular symbol, but it is about receiving your particular unique signature. So your I am presence, your higher self, and there's the symbol and the sign and the energies, if you like. This is symbolic of the energies that you're carrying, and it's time to receive them and you are able to do that through the process of what was coming through today. And I also want to mention, because it's coming at me really strongly at the moment, this started last week, so there has been some new energies that we've been given this month, and this is like, it feels very light-headed to me. But this light, when you've blown up a balloon, too many balloons for the kids' birthday parties, and you get really light-headed, and but this light-headedness is over the whole body. So I feel this lightheadedness in my whole body, and in particular, at one part of the bringing the light codes through, I could feel it very intensely in my fingertips, and it's a really different energy that hasn't come through before, but it started coming through last week, and it's very intense this week. And mentioned in the group, someone in the group mentioned about the different energies and the different language that was coming through, and different messages, because there was definitely different messages coming through today as well from different energies. And I also saw it's like an opportunity, because this was happening in the emotional body. Now, the emotion for the collective at the moment, the main mastery that needs to take place is to ascend through the emotional body so that they can step into the fifth dimension. People are ascending at different levels. It's not all one level, but there was a particular vision here today that I know is to do with ascending for those that are still needing to ascend through the emotional body, or to ascend beyond the fourth dimension and get past that. And that is very much about what the emotional body is all about. And it was an infinity symbol. And beneath the infinity symbol was a masculine and a feminine, divine masculine and feminine. They were like the bride and the groom, and they were filled with light. And above the infinity symbol was another energy of a being, but it wasn't two. It was oneness, and there was a sphere of light above this being. So it felt very much about that this is more to do with the sixth dimension, not the fourth dimension, not the fifth dimension, but the sixth dimension, that the infinity gateway is being opened for those that have achieved the degree of bringing balanced masculine and developing masculine and feminine in each and every chakra. If anyone that wants to know how to do that, I can help you. And so this opportunity now, these light codes are helping to push more people beyond into the infinity gateway as balanced masculine and feminine energies, and come into oneness as they move beyond that. And again, after that, I saw another, like a marker or a rod or a something, or a ledge, I don't know, but underneath this ledge was, it looked like a ribbon thing, and I know that it was symbolizing, I want to say it was a knot. Now, I know that there is something to do with a knot, a spiritual symbolic knot. I'm not sure what it is, and I'm maybe in the comments below, if you guys know what it is. It was, like a ribbon, but it had more than one knot in it. So this was underneath this ledge thing. I just felt it was to do with the Kundalini, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'd really love your feedback in that. And for those of you that work with the light codes, to also add your comments and feedback. And again, I'm feeling that really intense light-headed energy coming in, really big energy swirling around right now. So this is really quite powerful. And then I saw, I've written Kundalini down here, so there must have been something to do with that in there. I don't always remember all of the visions or all of the messages because I'm really very deep when I'm in there. But I also saw a structure that looked like, I guess, a little bit like a pyramid, but it wasn't a solid structure. It was more the frame of this crystalline type frame of the pyramidal energy, but it was only three. Okay, like so, not a four-sided pyramid, a three-sided pyramid, the triad, which is the most stable form that there is. And in Luxor Light, we work with the triad. In the Luxor Light symbol, we work with sitting within the triad. So this is a very, very dominant and powerful message for the ascension as well. And I think somebody else in the group also mentioned the crystalline energies. And it's almost like this energy, it's still around. It's almost like it's trying to talk to me. And so I want to just say to this energy, yes, let me get the wisdom to come through. After this, I saw somebody, like a holy person, sitting at a desk, and I could see their halo above their head. And if you remember last week, we had a message of the light codes were about aligning with the sacred and even aligning with the sacred texts. And this reminds me again of that message, to align with the sacred text, because, or the sacred wisdom, doesn't necessarily have to be, a book that you're going to read or anything, because true wisdom comes in the energy. But if you set your intention that you wish to align with the sacred text of the sacred energy of the sacred wisdom, it will come to you. And I think that is what this energy is that is moving around me right now. And again, there was another message there that was trying to come through just as I was talking to you, to do with this sacred energy and aligning with the sacred text. But it slipped my mind for a moment, so hopefully it will come back in. And after that, I saw, no, it's come back. To remind me again, because it was also connects with last week, and I saw that scribe, or the person sitting in the in lotus position as the ancient Egyptian scribe sits, meditating and receiving the wisdom. So do that. more meditation, receive the wisdom, write your wisdoms down, get your journals out, write whatever it is that is coming. It doesn't matter if it seems like it makes no sense, because it doesn't matter. But the thing is to bring through whatever it is in whatever way, through writing, through the words, through the drawings, through whatever it is that you do. And after this, I saw a flying horse, I guess. So I guess it was Pegasus, I don't know, but it was coming in very fast. And somebody else also mentioned a rider coming in very fast. So that was the last vision that I had today. But very much there was a lot of new energy coming through, and I feel that much of it comes through a particular lineage of energy that is connected with ancient Egypt and the slave tribes, if you like, the Habaru, which I am connected with that particular lineage, which is part of the Hebrew language. So part of my language comes through that particular line, and it felt very much like that, because that was drawn to my awareness while we were in there. And I was shown through, because my body shows me what's going on a lot of the time, and I can't obviously remember it all, because my body moves a lot. My body shakes, my body does all sorts of weird things. But one in particular now this is interesting, as I just did that, and it reminded me, this happened last week as well, that my hand was taken to the brow and pressure put on the brow. Somebody else also had something similar to that, that they were talking about in today's messages as well. And another person was talking about an incredible deep indigo, like nothing of this world, very, very special indigo frequency rather than a flat color, which is also to do with the brow. And I was drawn to hold the brow chakra and put the pressure on the brow chakra. And this has happened last week and again this week. And but the thing that I wanted to mention was towards the end, as this language was coming through, and I also want to mention, for those of you that actually connect and purchase or take part in the light codes, a lot of the messages that come through me are mantras, which are mantras that are given to me from a remembrance of lives past, of me working in particular mantra monkery or whatever, I don't know. It's to do with this area of the world, the Middle East type area, Mesopotamia, ancient Persia, all of that area, and ancient Egypt is where my roots come from, and they're the memories that I have, and that I bring through. So these mantras are very powerful, and many of them are mantras which that are names of God, different names of God that carry specific messages or energies that help to heal or awaken us. I'm mostly an awakener, so they help us to awaken certain parts of ourselves. So this was happening, and the energies are coming in really intense again now. But the other thing that I want to say, this was about alignment, and somebody else mentioned that in the group, mentioned something about alignment as well. And the reason that I knew that it was alignment was one hand was drawn directly up and the other hand was drawn completely down. So as above, so below. I knew as it was happening, this was as above, so below, that we are being totally aligned with as above, so below. And some of those visions that I were having were showing me that this is what's happening here, down here, and this is what's happening here. And it's as above, so below. And I really feel that that's what the marker in between, we had the infinity gateway opening for us, that we are ready now to be that reflection of what is happening above, down here below. So that was very strong in the alignment, and the energy just got more and more intense as this aligning with as above, so below, anchoring the heaven on earth energy. And even my toes are buzzing. I have a buzzing all over my whole body. The only way I can describe it is like when it's lightheadedness, and my whole body is like it was the same last week. And so I've done the cards, and the first card today is card number 29, which becomes an 11. And interestingly, you know, I shifted the time today, as well as I shifted the day, and I shifted the time to an hour earlier, so we were to gather together from 11 o'clock onwards. So 29 is 11, so there's an 11 gateway. Somebody else mentioned something to do with that as well. So this is a clock, they mentioned the clock, and this is a clock, and it says be patient. So, you know, be patient because something is taking place. We are being aligned as above, so below. October is a very powerful month for us. And it is really important that we don't get caught up in negativity, that we stay as aligned and in our purity as much as possible. Don't get caught up in any form of negativity, from the smallest to the biggest. Stay out of it. And we are the clock ticking. Basically, we are the clock ticking. So really take awareness of that. And the second card today, which is to do with relationships in the sacral chakra, the inflow, it's the Ace of Earth, the inflow of abundance. So when we can stay in those pure moments of stillness and not be caught up in the grids where there's a lot of negativity going on, where we stay true to ourselves and just to the divine, we are open to that beautiful flow of abundance because we are in complete alignment then. Promising business venture, this says here, so it could be promising new ideas. So if you're receiving inspiration from these light codes, important documents or contracts, so there's something is new and very important is taking place. So these light codes will help you to align with that sacred contract or that sacred purpose that is opening and unfolding for you right now. And the third card in the solar plexus, which is to do with our purpose and our coming into the space of stillness and letting go of the fears, is the tree. Now, the tree is about our wisdom, but it's asking us to be in the stillness, to sit in the shade, to take time to just contemplate, to meditate, to be, you know, open to all of this beautiful growth and allow, you know, sit under the shade of the tree, and then you're fully protected as well. So receive all this beautiful light that is being offered to us, this beautiful new growth that is coming for us. There is a lot of it, but we need to be in the stillness to receive, otherwise we're going to block it. And that reminds me of the vision of the knot type vision and this other thing here. There was nothing above there. So if we don't be clear, we can block it. Too many thoughts will block us from rising. So get out of the head, get away from the thoughts, and allow there to be a clear pathway for you, between you and the divine. And in the heart chakra today, card number 9, we really need to tap into your heart wisdom here, because this card is saying the darkest fears. So many people are actually, you know, getting too caught up in the fears that are out there. So, you know, he's blocking. You can see when you're in fear, you have a lot of thoughts and too much going on in your head. And you can see he's actually, you know, blocking the light coming through into his wisdom there. We need to remember there was the brow there. We need to keep our awareness here, keep the fears out, keep the darkness away, get off the grids right now and stay in your purity. Connect between you and source, you and the purest light there is. And that's all you need to do. Step aside, let go of the fears, because it's all connected to your ego. And the truth is, because the next card is in the throat chakra, that things are not always as they seem. So, you know, just trust that whatever your darkest fears are, then, you know, let them go and trust. Because things are not always as they seem. Things are a little bit upside down sometimes. That energy is coming in really strong again. And look, as you turn yourself up, there's this enlightened being here hanging a little bit upside down at the moment in limbo. So again, this comes back to be patient. There's a timing thing going on. The truth is being expressed, but we need to be being shown, it's coming forth, but we need to be patient. We are sitting a little bit in limbo at the moment. So just be patient. Things are suspended a little bit. And if you feel like you're in you're you know, sitting suspense or suspended, just know that it has to change, and it is going to change for the positive, because we have the dove coming here. This is all about us, the initiates, innocence and trust. So this is in the brow chakra here, trust. This is the initiate, the Kundalini rising, us rising to higher levels, to greater degrees of ascension. The dove is bringing the olive branch. You know, the moon and the sun, the stars and the moon, everything is in this. Everything is in place. Trust, because everything is coming together. And the seventh chakra today for the crown chakra, we had this one last week, and we have it again, and it's Isis. So again, it's about balance, balancing your physical life, your home life, and your spiritual life, bringing balance to it all, you know, allocating time, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and starting your day with the sacredness. If you start your day with the sacredness, with meditation, with prayer, with mantras, with affirmations, with whatever it is that you use. If you start your morning with gratitude and with all of these things, then you lead the way for the day. So if you start that, then you know that at least you don't have to try to catch up so much, and the awareness will come. Bring prayer, affirmation, and the sacredness into your day. And I affirm that every breath that I take is a breath of light, love, and purity. And so that when I am unable to think about it, I have already set my intention every morning that every breath that I take is breathing in the light and feeding me with light, love, and purity. And then in the Omega chakra today, we have detached from the drama. So you're being reminded again, detach from the drama. This is Pallas Athena. She is the goddess of truth. The truth is coming forward, but let go of the drama. The truth is not in the drama. Let the drama let the truth come forward by stepping aside from the drama. The drama will bring you into focusing too much on your fears. So detach from the drama, be aligned, allow yourself to be aligned, and allow the truth. Know that the truth will prevail. And so that's the path. And our direction is Apollo, the sun god Apollo, and he says focus on your strengths. So if you don't know what are my strengths, you might say, I don't know, I'm not good at anything, I'm hopeless, I'm whatever. Guess what? Think about what is your weakest. What is your weakest? What are you the weakest at? What is your greatest challenge? Because that is also your greatest strength. Your greatest challenge is your greatest gift that you have to offer to humanity or even to yourself. So whatever your weakness is right now, and I'm sure you're aware of whatever your weakness is right now, look at that and go, if that is my weakness, that is also my strength. Start aligning with it as your strength rather than your weakness. So that's just a really good tip for this week. Align with your strength, not your weakness. So, and you do know what your strength is because your strength comes from your weakness. So just look at that. And thank you so much for being here again. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Happy 10/10.